Hey my friends, welcome back to Rosie's Creative Wings. So I just wanted to come on and show you what I've been up to, playing around with some papers that I've been making. So in one of my previous videos, I showed when I made these here. This one here, which was just made with regular copy paper. I just threw paint on it and just made this design on it. That was a lot of fun. And then this one here, just showing how you can do your own collage paper, just throwing paint on paper. And this kind of has like the same look as a jelly print paper, except you can just do it with paint, just brushing paint. You can water down the paint a little bit. You can add different colors and blend them in. And then do your stamp on top. And this one looks exactly like one of the other ones that I've done on jelly plate. So for those of you who don't have a jelly plate, you can do something like that. And then this one is similar. This one is a this is tracing paper. And I just did like some washes of acrylic paint on there and then did the stamping. And I also used a little bit of acrylic marker just to do a few little white circles on there. And then lastly, it was this one here. This is a vintage, like a music note paper, which I just threw some gesso and then just went on with a brush and made these little marks on them. And these are great for collages. So I was just trying to show the different ways that you can create collage paper, where you can take little pieces of these and put them in your projects, where you don't have to use a jelly plate. You can just do them with paint and brush and stamp on them once they're dry, or just mark make them like this. So in doing that, I was playing around a little bit more with papers, and so I want to show you what else I did. So then I did this one here, which is also the other half of this paper. And what I did was I just added like a little bit of that brown just to make it look rustic. I did add a little bit of gesso, and I did add a little bit of my fluid acrylic paints, teeny bit. Of course, it was wet. That's why when it dries, it kind of gives it this effect. And then I stamped it with this stamp here that I just made, because you see here how I did the crosses. I like to make the cross mark. Of course, you can make it like this, which gives it a whole different feel, but then I decided to make some stamps with the crosses, and here they are. So I did that with the foam stamps. And then I decided to do these two, the larger ones. And then I made this one here, which is just like little dots, which I stamped out with my hole puncher. And then with the one that I had left from that, I just made it into a stamp as well. So that's the way it'll look when it's stamped. I figured I would just save it and use it as a stamp too. So yeah, I really like this one. I like the look of it. I like how rustic it is. Yeah, so I made those. So I just wanted to show you what else I came up with. So I decided just to use for this one parchment paper, because the parchment paper, my favorite one that I always mention, it takes really good the water, the wet medium, because it's made to boil food. So okay, so here's the folder. There's quite a few papers there. So first I started this technique, I want to say, with, I think this was what? This was tracing paper. Yeah, I think this was tracing paper. Yeah, I was trying a few different papers, but it didn't work out with other papers. But the parchment paper that I love worked perfectly. But let me just show you. So this was just the tracing paper, and as you can see, I got pieces of it, so it didn't really result in the way that I wanted because a lot of the paper broke, and so I just kept the pieces that I could. But this is really nice. Look at that. For any vintage piece that you want to do, you can use this for ATCs, for memory decks cards, you can do like a ruffle. You can use it as for a cluster. So these are great. I'm not going to get rid of those. I'm going to keep those. Look at this one. So this is what was left over because the technique that I used on the parchment paper, I used it on this one, but it didn't work out on this one. But I'll show you as I go what I did. So see, this one has really nice texture though. Look at that. Love that. So I'll keep these pieces. And then look at this one here. Of course, I added these colors are like my fluid acrylic paints, like these, my FW paints. I think I used also black ink. Look at that. That's so cool. So I'll definitely keep these pieces. Then I tried it with blue. I added a little bit of brown. This one I was able to salvage most of it. And then this one here. Love these colors. And look at that. Look at that texture. And then here I got a little bright. Trying to experiment with different colors. So these were the tracing paper. So let me just show you how the ones with the regular. Oh, I have some more here. This is still the tracing paper. That's really nice. Look at that. Let me bring it up so you can see. Get a feel of that beautiful texture. Look at that. Beautiful. And look at this one here. Yeah. Of course, you can definitely use them for collage. Okay, so these are the parchment papers, and so I have 3 sets because I did use different paints. So I'm going to show you these first. So what I did with these is, of course, I cut down the parchment paper to size, and I just added paint to it, whether it's this type of paint or even just regular acrylic paint that you can just water down. I have also this fluid paint here, which I really like a lot. You can use regular black ink. Whatever you use, you should be able to dilute it a little bit and make it more fluid, so that this could work. And so then once you put down your paint, what you're gonna do is you're gonna wrinkle this all up. So like this, and then you're gonna just crumble it up. Try to keep it in that form until it gets dry. So these is the effects that I was able to get out of these papers. And this one here was, I want to say, was just acrylic paint, but I don't quite remember. I used a lot of different supplies for this, but because I see this color here, it kind of gives me like, I feel like I used this one probably with black, but I'm not sure. This one I definitely know what I used. I did use in this batch some of the folk art color shift. This is iridescent paints, and I think I have a set of 8 of these. They're beautiful colors, and so I decided to try to see. So this one has a little bit of that in there, and then I used the blue one of that, and I used this one too. And this is what the results bought. And then there's this one here. This one's really subtle, and I did add a little bit of gold to it. Can't really tell, but I really like the way this one came out. It's really pretty. Then I did black. That one looks really cool, and these could definitely be used for junk journals, something like Halloween, anything Halloweeny that you need black and you need it to be rustic. I think I used black ink for that one. This one here, I'm not sure what I used. It looks reddish. Oh, I know what I used. So I did use these here. Let me just get one of these out, because they're very juicy. So I use these, and I use these here. That's what I did, because I was playing around. So I did use, because the color, I know by the color, I was thinking the color, where did I get this color from? So the color is one of these. And I think it's one of these that I bought from Temu. I think it's this one here. The Pure palette from Temu, and then I also use these. The Element Lavinia Stamps ink. So that's that one. And then this one, I really love this one, brown. This one, I think I used the Pure palette, the ones from Temu. So mainly what I did was just jot them, just press them down on the paper and wet it. And because they're water soluble, you can just spread it around, and that's the effect that you get. Kind of similar to these kind of paints here. That's the green one, and look at this one. This one is gorgeous. So this one was actually this one here. They're so juicy. Look at that. These are definitely a lot more juicier than the ones that I got from Temu, but these are a different brand. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Even this side here. This one too. This one was actually the Color Shift acrylic paint. This one here. And I just try to blend a little bit of like lilac, and it does have some shimmer because those paints shimmer. This is the same thing. Look at this one here. Very pretty. And this one here is a different purple. This one's like a blue purple, and this one's like a lavender, light purple. And then there's this one here, which I think this one was the Pure palette from Temu. And look at that. Awesome. And then this one was I'm not sure what this was here, because I don't think I used any of the stamp for this. This is just black. It's either black ink or black paint, one of the two. But that's awesome. And then this one here is definitely these stamps. So I feel like depending on what you use, you get a different texture. With these inks here, I love the texture that it gave. You see these? So with the acrylic paints, it didn't give it that much of a effect like this. That's awesome right there. Look at those colors, so pretty. So these are great for collage, of course. And for any other projects. I did iron these. I love that brown. Because they're very wrinkled, of course. So I did iron them, even though they still have that wrinkle effect to it. But yeah, I did iron them. That's another good thing about this paper. It does take heat really well too. So that's one set. And this is my second set, which is probably my favorite. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite because the pattern is so different than these. And I think it has to do with the paper. So when you buy these papers, right, the pastel paper, which is the parchment paper that I love, you don't always get the same exact weight. So some of them are a little bit slightly thinner than others. So because this is made for food, of course, they're not really caring too much as far as the weight of the patella paper, the parchment paper. So every time you go and get a roll, they vary. They're not exactly the same. So I feel like this one was a teeny slightly bit thicker. And because it was thicker, when I was crumbling it up, it gave it a whole different texture with the paint, and I love it. I wish that I can. The thing is that you can't even feel the paper when you buy it because it's in a roll and they wrap it up into plastic. So I won't know, but I feel like these are a tad, not by a lot, but a little tad thicker. So look at the texture. This is gorgeous. This is the ones that I love because this is like gives me like the rustic feel that I was looking for. That's beautiful. Look at this one here. It's a beautiful brown. Look at this one here. This one has a little bit of gold. I threw in some little bits of gold just to make it pop a little bit and just give it, you know, variation and different. Look at this one here. This one, for some reason, I just focused on in the middle. But this one also has like shine and shimmer on the ends. Then there's this one here, gorgeous. Look at that. That's gorgeous. This one is like, it's black, but it does have some hues of blue, that blue color that I love, kind of like a Payne's gray. This is gorgeous. Look at that, even this side. Oh. And then look at this one here. Some greens. So I blended two different greens on this one here. And then this one has a hint of brown. So, so gorgeous. I think this is one of my favorites because of the color. And I did scan this in because I wanted to see what it would look like once I scan it in and print it. Because these sheets here, you're not going to get the same exact pattern or design. So let me just show you. So here is the copies. So this is the one that I scanned in. I mean, the color did change a bit, but look at that. Look how pretty that is on the copy. And of course I could play with the colors and change it up a little bit, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is just regular copy paper. So, and this is the original here. So that's that. And then this one here is the first one I showed. This one. Not that much of a difference with this one. The color is slightly different, but look at that. See how pretty that is? And this is the paper here. So, yeah. I'm definitely loving that. And then lastly, I have this one here, which you can see the gold there. So this one is like a little bit of a purple. And it has little bits of gold that I feel that's so pretty. This one is definitely my favorite stack of papers. And then today I played around a little bit more, and I did this one here. This one's super bright. And this one were totally these paints here. Strictly these paints. I did use later on, after I did a few of them, I did use a little bit of the FW paint. But they're mainly all this type of paint. So this one here, look how bright it is. So I combined like some orange with the pink. Look at that. Bright color. I got a little impatient waiting for them to dry. This is just, I don't even know what color. Oh, this is the magenta. This was pretty simple. Nothing really special about it. And then I tried the red by itself. Which these are good for like Christmas journals, love journals, you know, like these. These are good for any other project. Then I tried the red with the orange. I combined those two colors together. This one is really bright. Splotches of pink. Then this one has the brown, and then I did combine a little bit of this brown just to give it variation and so that it changes a bit. But this one came out really nice too. This one's a whole different pattern, which I love. That is so cool. I'm gonna bring it up real close so you can get an idea of those patterns right there. Look at that. But you don't really see what I'm seeing if I don't bring it up close. That's awesome. Then here I played around with the blues and the green. And this one also has some really nice patterns. I'm going to bring it up again so you can see. Awesome. And then this one is like truly black, which I really love. Look at that. For a Halloween journal, this is perfect. Then I get some more blues. So light blue and dark blue mixed up in there. Not light blue, sorry. Different blues. And then this one's my favorite here. Here I added little splatters of gold. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can bring it up. Doesn't show too much, the gold. Very little. But this one, look at this pattern here. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Then this one is magenta with red. Really bright. So you see it's different textures. Like I feel like some of the, depending on the paint, it'll give it a different feel. Still beautiful, you know. This one here. That one has a mixture of like the red, the orange, and magenta, all three colors. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but pattern's beautiful as well. Look at that. This one too. Love the browns. Look at that. This is why I feel like I have to like scan them in, because I do love a lot of these patterns, and I know I'm not going to get the same exact effect on another set. It could come out beautiful as well, but it's not going to be exactly the same set. And then this one I decided to do something with yellow. I did add a little bit of the brown, because you just never know what projects you're going to use it for, you know. So it's good to do some colors. And then lastly, this really bright green. I like my colors to have like hues of different colors. So this one, I tried to use the other green, but it didn't show too much. So although very pretty, I prefer like colors like this. You see, like this one has the green, but it's not so predominant. You see it right there. It's beautiful. So this is a little too bright for me, but still beautiful. I'll still use it. I just wanted to see what else will come out by using the other paints. But oh my god, some of these are just so gorgeous. So I'm going to be scanning a lot of these. Wow, look at these, are super bright. And I have so much fun, of course, creating these because I'm playing with paint, you know. So that's 3 sets. That one and this one here. So I also wanted to show you. Oh, so I have these stamps here that I'm going to be using. These are the ones that I purchased from Temu, and these are all the mark making ones. I still haven't used them. Let me just put these aside. This one here. That one. These are, some of them are really, really small, like the marks. This one here, those are tiny. Look at those. This one too, but I'll make it work. I'll make it work. This one is different, and then this one here, which is like abstracts. So I'm going to be using these maybe today. I don't know if I'll film it. I'll see. I'll see what I do. Because maybe I'll test it out first before I do that. So I wanted to show you guys that I was able to purchase some books from eBay. So I purchased this one, and I purchased this one because I want to play around with the paper. So these are, of course, vintage. So I got these from eBay, and this one is, these are dictionaries, and this one is from 19, I think 19, what did it say? Do, 1940 something. I'm sorry, 1963. It's a dictionary, and then it has these things. Remember when they used to come with these little like little indents in them? The paper is still really, really good. So what I wanted to do is use some of this paper to do some of my prints on them, like I did with this one here. Yeah, I want to use some of that paper. So I was able to get this one here, and then this, let me see if this is the one that has, so this is the larger one. And the paper's still really, really nice in there. Is it this one that was, okay, so this one's still pretty intact. But here the binder, the spine is broken. So I'm going to somehow try to get this paper out of here. And they do have it like in little sections. Not sections, sorry, signatures. So right here, this is one signature. Yeah, this is one signature right here. And so I'm going to try to get them out like that, signature by signature, and use them. And then I found this one here as well on eBay. This one's a little bit more better shape. Also a dictionary. This one is a little bit different though. This one is older, I think. It has somebody's name there, Harold Peterson. And then this one has like illustrations in there. So this one is from 1946. This one's older. And this one also has the indents in red, like reddish and black. And then, but this one also has like the illustrations inside, look. See, it has that. It has that. It has that. So, These are really nice books. I love the pages. This page here is a little bit more, not like this one. This one's a different type of page. I like this page better. But anyway, I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to start with this one. I don't know if I want to, this one's pretty intact. I mean, I probably will, oh, here's broken though. I probably will use it later on. And take like pages out of it, but I'm not going to just tear it apart like that. I'll take pages out of it as I need it, but I'm going to start with this one here. I do have 2 other books that I ordered, so I'm going to have quite a few of these pages that I can use. I'm going to start with this one here, and I'm going to be doing these. I'm going to be using these stamps on them. Maybe I'll paint on these papers. I'm definitely going to be playing with these so that I can use them as collage papers for my projects and things like that. Also create like envelopes and like other crafty paper crafts that I can do with this dictionary paper, and also gift, you know, for Happy Mail too. But I'm gonna try to just take it by signature out, because I don't want to just like tear this book apart like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna be playing with this book and these stamps here. So yeah, I mean, I may record it, not sure, we'll see. If I record it, of course you guys will see it. But yeah, just experimenting with paper and making collage paper, playing around so that I can save it for my projects, also maybe gift. Because I find joy in doing that, just playing around with the papers and just experimenting and seeing what I can come up with. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to come on and show you the papers that I've been playing around with. Let me know what you think. You should definitely try it. Another thing that I was thinking of doing is dyeing some paper with some different items. But if I do it, I will definitely come on and show you guys. So I'm still playing around with paper and trying different techniques to see what happens and see what I come up with. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I thank you so much for coming along, and whatever I come up with, I'll definitely bring it to you guys so you guys can see, and I'll share it. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.